What is up, everybody? This is Cyberpunk here, and today I'm doing a very special video. I'm going to show you how to pass through a GPU on Fedora 30. This is it's actually very simple and very easy to do. I've actually written a small text file which I will leave in the description on how to pass through the GPU. You may not be able to see it now, but it will be in the description, so no need to worry. First thing you want to do is you want to log in with Xorg. It just helps, trust me. Then we're going to open terminal. We're going to log in as root. We're going to log in as root, and we're going to run an update. So it's simple. Let me just make this bigger so you can see. We're going to run an update, sudo dnf update. If you're logged in as root, you don't need sudo, but I put it in there just to make sure. Okay. I've already updated my system, so there's nothing to do. Next, we need to enable IOMMU groups. Oops. I prefer using the nano text editor, so we can but it doesn't come installed with Fedora 30. So all we do is just dnf install nano. Now I've already installed nano, so it'll tell me, see, nothing to do. Here. Alright, in order to enable IOMMU groups, we need to go into the following directory. We need to edit the grub file in the following directory. Copy, paste. This is the directory you want to navigate to. Alright, and now we're looking for grub command Linux. Online Linux, which is this one. We simply go to the end of the line, add some space. Alright, for Intel CPUs, which is what this thing is we're going to type in Intel IOMMU is equal to on. Remember, this needs to be closed. There we go. Intel IOMMU is on. Now we control X, Y, enter. Now we have to refresh the grub file. Don't worry if you don't know, if you're running an AMD GPU, you can simply just use AMD underscore IOMMU is equal to on. It's in the text. Now we need to refresh the grub file. Use the following command. Want to refresh grub. If it fails, that means there's an error in the syntax. And you may need to go back in. See, we had no problems. Now it's done. Now you have to reboot the machine. Now that IOMMU groups are enabled, we need to ensure that all our devices that we intend to pass through are isolated. We can simply use the following command, the following script, sorry, that's been helpfully written and taken from the Arch Wiki. Simply copy and paste, and voila, we see all of our devices, their associated drivers, and IOMMU groups. Sorry, it's a lot of text, so we may need to minimize it this time. Alright. Here we can see all our devices. Doodly doo, doodly doo, doodly doo, and here we have it. Here we have IOMMU group 1. We have our NVIDIA GPU and NVIDIA audio device. Nice. This is completely normal. or for it to be in the same group on this motherboard as this controller. So don't worry. We're only passing through the GPU. Note down these device IDs. We'll need them for the next step. Our next step is to isolate both the devices and their associated drivers. So to do that, we're going to edit the grub file once again. Now that we've entered grub, we need to add the following commands. Simply put in a space and type in PCI PCI space stub dot IDs is equal to, and now the device IDs that we got here, I normally do them in order as they appear. Little space. Remember to isolate both your GPU and the audio controller associated with it. Now, that's isolating the device. Those commands we just put in will isolate the device on the next boot up. Now we have to blacklist the drivers. The drivers can be blacklisted with the following command: rd.driver.blacklist is equal to nuvio, whatever you call it. That's that is for NVIDIA GPUs. For AMD GPUs, just type in AMD GPU. It is that simple. Control X, say yes, and the changes are written. Now we refresh grub once again. And reboot. Welcome back. Now, using the following command, which I actually forgot to put in, the command is lspci space -nnk to view all the associated devices as well as the driver they're currently using. As you can see here, our NVIDIA GPU is using PCI stub driver. That means grub has successfully isolated it and this driver is in use. The same goes for the audio driver, which can be seen in here. Now, that is the main thing done: isolation and blacklisting. All we need now is the software to use virtualization, and that is easy. And Fedora makes this extremely easy. All we just type in. Let me zoom in more for you. all we type in is the following command. This is the one I prefer to use, but you can use the minimal install if you want. DNF group install space / with space optionals space virtualization. Sorry if I'm not articulating as well as I should. Simply press enter. Say yes. You'll see it'll download approximately total download size and what it'll, there we go, it's all pulling down now. It's installing all the necessary dependencies as well as some optional ones. That's why I prefer to use the optional, just to make sure that I have every possible thing that I could need. If you hear that rattling, it's the hard drive. I'm only installing it on, I only have one hard drive in the system. Oh yes, I actually forgot to tell you about the system itself. It's actually it simply has 8 gigs of RAM, DDR3 and i5 4460, and right now I'm plugged into the Intel integrated graphics. That is important. Make sure you're plugged into your integrated graphics and not your dedicated GPU. That way, hey, the dedicated GPU will not be latched on by the open source drivers. This is a very old rig, but it still supports all the necessary instruction sets, such as VT-D and VT-X, if I remember correctly, which is the ability to support virtualization and the ability to pass through devices. You simply wait while the last scriptlet is running. Verifying, and it is complete. All the necessary items have been installed. Now we can just put you out of the way. Be sure to get one other thing. The services we need to enable in order to, or else the software won't work. So it's simply systemctl start libvirted and systemctl enable libvirted. Now navigate to your menu and you'll see these two tabs pop up, Virtual Machine and Virtual Machine Manager. I like to use we'll be using Virtual Machine Manager for this one. You will need to enter your password. And now we simply need to create the VM. You can obtain an image directly from Microsoft by using the Windows Media Creation tool. I've placed my ISO in my downloads folder. It automatically picks it up, but if it doesn't, all you simply do is just type in micro and select Microsoft Windows 10. But it already picked this one up. Now we just click forward, click yes. We'll give it 4 gigs of half-hour RAM for now, but I would highly recommend you use this on a system with at least 16 gigs of RAM, so that 12 can be dedicated to the virtual machine and 4 can be left over for Fedora to use. It helps to have more cores and more threads, but since this is a demo machine, I'm going to give it half my cores. Let's make it 3. We can select a folder where to add our where we want our virtual machine to live. I'm going to make a new folder, type it VM, permission denied, oh dear. Just a second. We don't need to, but you simply create it in the normal location. Take note of this name, Win10, because if you have an NVIDIA GPU, we're going to need to know this for later. Let's give you approximately 40 gigs of space. Alright, choose folder. 40 gigs has been allocated. Move forward. Now, this is very important. Do not click finish. You must click on... Am I still recording? Okay, I'm recording. Click on Customize Configuration before install. Finish. Select Q35 UEFI and change the firmware to UEFI. Click Apply. For CPUs, I'd like to manually set my host topology. Give you 3. Click Apply. Memory, we're going to leave there. Now, we're going to need to add our VirtIO drivers. This will give us better performance because instead of emulating SATA, IDE or SCSI, it will be able to, this virtual machine will know that it's virtualized. So we just simply add a SATA device, a CD-ROM, manage. The VirtIO drivers can be taken from the Fedora project. They are free. And we click Finish. And it should pop up right here. Now in boot order, we want to select all our boot devices. Click Apply. For NIC, we want to change to VirtIO. Click Apply. And now we simply remove the tablet, display Spice, remove our Spice clients, because we are not going to be using any of these. We go to PCI host devices and add hardware, select our GPU, and select our audio controller. Now, this is always handy to do. You can pass through USB host devices, but they will be not hot pluggable. Well, I have 2 sets of mice and keyboard here, so we can pass through both of them. Simply choose the mouse you want. So I pick this optical mouse. And this keyboard. Make sure your USB devices are changed to 3 and you're done. And all you just need to do now is click Begin Installation. What is up, guys? It appears I made a mistake. I forgot to change my hard drives to my hard drive to VirtIO. Simply click on the drive, select VirtIO, click on cache mode, enable write back, click Apply. I hope you're not following these steps exactly as I'm saying them, because it's not going to work. Well, it will work, you will get horrible performance though. Now, we simply run the virtual machine, and it should pop up on this monitor any second. There we go. Now we just hit the mouse and keyboard we assigned to the virtual machine. No smoke and mirrors here. 2 gaming Two rigs running off the same tower. No smoke and mirrors. For free, by the way, because we're using open source software. Now I just need to click on English South Africa, click install. Now we wait. This is all running off one hard drive though. I would instead use a separate SSD or a separate hard drive to run your virtual machine. This is not permanent, so I'm not going to use the license. I'm going to select home. As usual, we accept. Now you will need to click on custom install. As you can see, no drive is being picked up. Sorry about the horrible quality of this. I'm having to use my phone and my hand is not very steady. Just simply click on browse, go to your VirtIO, VirtIO, Win 10, select AMD 64, and click next. Now the driver is being installed, and the next we pick up, and then we should pick up our VirtIO drive. Click new, click apply, OK, next, and Windows has begun installation. It's that simple. There are a few things that you will need to do, however, once the installation is complete. I'll show you that next. Sorry, I never noticed that when I turned my phone to the side, it actually turned the entire picture. But anyway, we don't have any network connectivity, as you can see. So all we simply need to do is right-click on the start, go to Device Manager. You'll see these two will pop up here. Simply right-click on them. Properties. Right-click on them. Update driver. Browse for your driver software. We navigate back. Just click on VirtIO. Select nothing else. Include subfolders. Next. You say yes to the install. And that one, another one bites the dust. Now we just click again, update driver, browse locally. It's already saved it from the last time. Include subfolders, installing driver, finished. And voila, all our VirtIO drivers are now installed. Oh wait, we can also, this is where the interesting part happens. It's using the Microsoft Display Adapter, but if we update, search automatically through Windows Update, you will notice something rather interesting. You will notice that this driver won't install. Yeah, so what's the point of showing you? Well, I just wanted to show you that that's what will happen. But it's downloading now. Maybe downloading, but it's going to fail. To install. Just give it a few minutes. Alright, I'll be back once this is done. Hey guys, you will still notice I just finished rebooting the machine after the driver was installed. But you can still notice Device Manager. It detects the drive, but there's a problem. Properties, what's going on? Windows stop this device because it has been reported problems. Code 43. Code 43 is basically what happens when the NVIDIA graphics card, NVIDIA drivers, detect when they're running in a virtual machine. If you're going to Task Manager, performance, we can see logical virtual machine, yes. Memory, yes. VirtIO SCSI, yes. Everything here indicates that this is a virtual machine. And the driver doesn't want that because you have to buy a Quadro if you want to run anything like this. Well, we're not going to do that. No, I say no. I'm going to show you how to get rid of code 43. And it is shockingly easy. So just give me a second while I go back to the Fedora computer. But you best shut down this machine for now. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, in order to get rid of code 43, we need to edit the XML file. So it's sudo, actually we don't need to put in sudo. It's virsh edit, excuse my spelling, virsh edit win10, so the name of our virtual machine, and there it pops up. Click insert, navigate to the following areas. If we pull up my handy text document, the fix is right here at the bottom. So features, Hyper-V, we copy this, paste, copy this, paste, sorry, I just like them to be lined up. Then we click escape, Control, W, Q, and it saves it. XML file edited and saved. That should get rid of code 43, and I'll show you right now. Okay, so hopefully you were amazed by my genius of getting rid of code 43. I actually got it from an Ubuntu forum. But as you can see now, under display adapter, properties, this device is working properly, code 43 gone, and there we have it. Our graphics card is being detected. Full GPU performance in a virtual machine. You will also notice it by your resolution changing to the native. Oh, thank you all. And so that's it. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.